Good morning. I'm going on a really exciting trip today. I'm just about to leave to go to Stratford-upon-Avon, and I've been invited there by Mercure Hotels, who are doing a local stories campaign. So it's all about promoting 8 of their hotels in different locations in the UK and showing how well they fit in with their local surroundings and use their local expertise to help you have a really good time and enjoy that area. So because it has just been Shakespeare's birthday, and we know how much I love Shakespeare, I'm off to Stratford-upon-Avon, so I'm really excited. I've never been before. As much as I love Shakespeare, and there's so many Shakespeare-y things you can do there, like look at his birthplace and where his old house was, I've never actually been. And one of the things I'm really looking forward to is going to see a show at the RSC Theatre this evening, and I think I'm also going to have a backstage tour as well. So really looking forward to that, and I hope you enjoy seeing my journey. On first impressions, I loved how Elizabethan the hotel looked on the outside, and I also really appreciated the Shakespearean influences that I found inside as well. Just got to my room, which is absolutely stunning. The hotel, the oldest part, is about 500 years old, so everything is quite windy and the rooms are quite old and wooden. Like, look at these beams. It's just gorgeous. There's quite a lot that I want to try and get done just in this one day, so I'm gonna maybe take stock a little bit now, unpack, and then go and ask the staff downstairs where they think I can best use my time, because I want to see everything.
That's where we are at the moment, so
Okay.
that's the road just in front of us. So literally we are right in the town centre, really close to everything.
So I'm going to have a little look around at Shakespeare's birthplace and look at where his house used to be. I'm going to have a look at his grave, I think. Just have a little bit of a wander. I could have just wandered around Stratford all day looking at the beautiful buildings, but I decided to start with Shakespeare's birthplace. You can't see his family house anymore because the building doesn't exist, but you can go and visit the house in which he grew up. Before you get there, there is a beautiful bookshop and gift shop, and also a museum as well, before you get into the building itself, which is there just on the right.
Well, it isn't to me, she thinks. 2 of the fairest stars in all the heavens, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth her lamp.
And then back down the road where the hotel is, there is the site of Shakespeare's family house where he lived with his wife and children, New Place. The house itself was demolished in 1759, but they have these beautiful gardens which show you the outline of where the house used to be. And there's also a museum next door which tells you a little bit more about the building and its architecture. Down the road towards the river behind the hotel, you get to the Royal Shakespeare Company Theatre. And you can hire a boat if the weather is kind. If you walk further down this road, you reach Trinity Church, where Shakespeare is buried, but is also a beautiful building in and of itself. Before seeing the show in the evening, I went on a backstage tour of the RSC building, which was great. The guides were so enthusiastic and informative, and we heard all about how they dismantled the old theatre and rebuilt the new one within the core of the building. We also got to see some costumes, hair and makeup, the sound desk. We even saw some actors warming up on stage, so it was really great to get this behind the scenes peek. I really enjoyed the show last night. It was really interesting because they swapped all the genders of the Taming of the Shrew, but apart from that, did it really traditionally. So they were all in Elizabethan dress, and the women weren't playing men. They were playing women. If that makes sense. They changed everything around. I think they were really making a comment on power dynamics between the genders, and it said in the programme that they were inspired by Naomi Alderman's The Power, like reading that and seeing a world where women are in control. It also really made me realise how little Kate speaks, or how little Kate does anything in Taming of the Shrew. You have this idea that she's this dreadful, loud, awful woman that needs to be tamed, and when you see it swapped over, like the guy playing Kate, like he barely spoke, and it's really interesting. It has been a bit drizzly this morning, but I'm going to try and go up the RSC tower to have a little view across Stratford, so hopefully it's not going to be too cloudy or too rainy and I get some nice views.
So this all belongs to the RSC.
Oh, does it? What, all of these cottages and everything?
So these are all kind of, it's all the works that are going on are kind of renovated. This is your costume department here, this gable-ended one. So they're doing a bit of work in there. I don't know exactly what they're doing.
Oh, it's amazing. I was like walking the other side of them earlier and I was like, oh wow, my perfect house. Just opposite the RSC. I can't live in it anywhere.
Yeah, no, these are like the actors' cottages. They all kind of stay in these.
Oh really?
For the time when they're here. And then these buildings here are all kind of admin.
I just got back. I'm quite tired actually. I did a lot of walking around and saw a lot of things just in one day. The hotel was in a really great position because so much of what was in Stratford was right round it, like a 2-3 minute walk away. It was on a beautiful road. And the staff were really helpful at telling me like where best to use my time, which was fantastic. I would really like to go again because I do think, although it's quite a small town, one day wasn't really enough, and there were things outside the town such as Mary Arden's farm and Anne Hathaway's cottage, which I'm sure would have been beautiful, and it would be great to see those as well. So I do really want to go back, maybe with Will, and have a nice little mini break or something. I think my favourite bit probably was just going to the RSC, seeing the Taming of the Shrew, loved that. And the Backstage Tour was really, really worth your while as well. I think it's something like £9. Thanks again to Mercure for inviting me on this trip. I had a really great time, learnt a lot, and it was great to see a different part of the UK that I hadn't been to before. I'd love to hear from you guys if you have been to Stratford, what your favourite parts of it were, if you've been before, if you've got any tips if I want to go again, or if there's anywhere else in the UK that you'd particularly like me to visit and kind of do a little vlog around, because I really enjoy doing these kind of one-day videos. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.